Well, this is going to be a short review because there's not really much to talk about, and this is all the full season. I'm not doing each episode one at a time because my God. Okay, there's only two things about this show that are worth talking about. Okay, one, it's goddamn boring. It was absolutely boring as hell. Right? It's like the only reason this show got anywhere the hype or the interest that it got is because nothing else is going on. There's nothing else going on TV or at the movie theaters because of the coronavirus thing going around. This show shouldn't even be on anybody's radar. It was boring. It was a show about a bunch of assholes and asshole business owners who own zoos, and that's it. That's all. You could have done this about any industry in the world. You could have because if you did the contracting. If you did a documentary on contracting, there would be no asshole business owners there backstabbing, doing that. Who cared? Who really gave? I mean, seriously, this was supposed to be a drama, I don't know what this was. The second aspect of this show is, my God, are you people so easily manipulatable? I mean, it's like, this show was so boring and had so little thing to actually give a rat's ass about. I actually had to watch other people's reviews on this show to find out what the hell was anybody interested in about this show in the first place. And I'm watching reviews and it's like, oh, everybody's an asshole, everybody's a villain. What are you... Okay, first of all, everyone's an asshole. Except here's the thing. You were meant... This entire show was literally geared for you to sympathize with Joe Exotic. 100% from episode 1 to the last 5 seconds of episode 7. Okay? To me, the only episode that actually had any value, it was basically episode 7, right? And I think it was the last 10 minutes. The girl who had her arm, the girl that had her arm amputated, right? She had the line that absolutely encompassed the whole thing, okay? And that was, not one cat benefited from any of this, okay? It was nothing more than a spectacle for the viewers to just gawk at, walk away, and not give a rat's ass, okay? That line absolutely encapsulated this entire documentary. That nobody that was actually in... Okay, there were some people that actually cared, but none of the owners did, right? A lot of the employees actually cared, but none of the owners gave a rat's ass. And those of you watching are going to walk away from this, and you're not going to give a rat's ass. You're not going to... What was the other one? What was the other thing? Because, like, he gets convicted. Joe Exotic, okay, gets convicted, found guilty. I think he got 22 years or whatever, right? But what do they have at the last? What do they have at the end? For no goddamn reason other than to make you sympathize with Joe Exotic, you have it that he has the 2 orangutans, right? And it goes that they got into the wildlife reserve. They hugged each other. The 2 chimpanzees hugged each other. Did I deny them of that? Yes. I guess I did. It was all about the money. And you're supposed to look at that and go, oh, he feels bad for what he did. This entire documentary was meant for you to sympathize with Joe Exotic because he was, I hate to say it, he was the main character of this entire documentary. Okay? And the girl, Carol, oh my God, she's the, You were getting okay, I don't give a rat's ass about Carol. I don't care if she killed her husband. I don't care if she didn't kill her husband. She's an asshole, and she's a pain in the ass, just like everybody else in this goddamn documentary. Okay? But they were highlighting, oh shoot, I can't remember, all I can remember is Joe Exotic, the guy that calls himself a doctor, the guy with the guru father, right? Everybody's talking about how they think she killed him. How they think. Nope. This entire documentary, okay, in regards to Carol and her husband, and this is supposed to be a documentary, okay, never once established any level of proof that Carol did it. Okay? And you as an audience are supposed to take the Dr. Alday or whatever, you're supposed to take his word for it. He's such a trustworthy, honorable individual who doesn't lie, cheat, and steal, or Joe Exotic. Yeah, let's take his word for what you think happened, because he's such a good, wholesome, truth-telling individual. I mean, what is wrong with you people? Yeah, you are so easily manipulatable. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. The only aspects of this show we're talking about is how boring the show was and how stupid and how easily manipulatable the audience of this show were. You're bored. The only reason you even give a rat's ass about the show is because the internet. It became a meme issue, and it's like, oh, let's get in on this. And now, literally, now, it's all done. None of you can. If I were to ask any of you people who were addicted to this, who binged watched this show, actually cared about this show, and I asked you to name me anything about this show, none of you are going to be able to answer it because you don't give a rat's ass. It was such instantly forgettable, nothing of a documentary. Jesus Christ. I'm watching, I'm going, maybe something's going to happen. I got 2 episodes in, and I'm going, okay, maybe it's just the intro. They're trying to set everything up. Things are going to get interesting. Oh, we're going to talk about we eventually get to the, he's going to kill her or whatever. I'm going, okay, fine, we're going to get something. No, Dog the Bounty Hunter was more interesting. Dog the Bounty Hunter TV show, okay, was more interesting than this documentary. Oh, what was the one? Oh God, something duck. Oh, I can't remember. It was a show about these duck something. The family that made the duck call, and they became. That was at least more interesting than this. This was boring. This wasn't even a documentary. Oh, here's the other line. The guy that was the producer totally establishes the level of bullshit in regards to this documentary, because the guy that said he was the producer, right? He goes, I knew that he didn't really care about the animals, but I had to make a reality show about him, making it look like he did. Okay? That's what this documentary did. Now, I don't know if they're going to actually try and do a season 2, because, my God, did they leave with a cliffhanger about how he was going to indict 30 other people, all the other people involved, right? Okay. Now we're getting, when what is going on actually got interesting about, oh, he's now going to call out, he's now going to turn over he turned over all the info to go to PETA, right? And he's got all this information on how he's going to be able to, get everybody else called out in trouble, whatever. Like, okay, now you got something interesting. Oh, no, season's over. What, is that going to be season 2? I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, I literally had to wait. The only thing interesting about what was going on. It was a 7-episode build-up to, hey, now that they all screwed Joe Exotic, he's gonna go, hey, if I'm going down, I'm taking as many of you, taking as many of these people with me. That was interesting. The season's over, done. Well, it's like, well, screw you. That was the only interesting aspect of this entire goddamn season, or whatever you want to call this documentary. Everything else was just boring as hell. You guys need a hobby or something, man, for this, for you guys to actually care about what happened in this. Anyway, I'm done. That's. I don't know what's wrong with you people, really. Anyway, I'm out of here. See ya.